Hello, Hammer Pattern subscribers, and welcome to a special Turnip 28 video where we went to the 2025 Trumpeter Salute Historical Gaming Convention and ran a booth of Turnip 28. We played a ton of games over the 2 days that we were there, and we met a lot of really cool people, and we got to see a ton of different historical games and alternative war games and really cool setups for miniatures and all kinds of hobby stuff. Lots of people were very interested in our Turnip 28 setup. We had 2 tables. One table was the nice, beautiful Hamlet featuring Ryan's amazing windmill, and the other table was the horrible flesh pit featuring a giant flesh pit, as well as the teeth barricades. The really cool thing about the Trumpeter Salute convention was the huge plethora of different historical war games. There was all kinds of medieval and airship battles and boat battles and ancient battles, and it was really cool to see all of these different games played at all of these different scales. I was kind of imagining that there would be a handful of people playing games like Bolt Action, but just the amazing array of games that people were playing really opened my eyes to what historical wargaming looked like. Having all of these really intricate tables set up, as well as amazingly painted miniatures from all kinds of different companies and manufacturers, really showed the dedication to this craft and this hobby. We got to see close quarters battle from strategy games. We got to see all kinds of World War II and Napoleonics at all kinds of different scales, and everyone was having a good time playing these games. Everyone who tried out our game was super enthusiastic and very curious about our freaky little setup that we had, because most of these games are pretty grounded in reality. Ships and line infantry, classic cavalry charges, and United States military bases were all quite grounded in comparison to the insanity that Turnip 28 has. There was also a 40K tournament going on in the other room. They had some pretty cool prize support, and I was checking that out. I was a little bit jealous of the 40K players, but what I was focused on was all of the amazing things happening in the other room. Seeing the love and the attention to detail that so many people have put into all of these different games really put in perspective the types of games that I'm playing with 40K. I tend to lean towards the competitive side, and a lot of the competitive terrain setups can be very monotonous, especially when you look at these highly detailed ruined cities. And as much as I love competitive 40K, it's really made me think that I need to do a little bit of a break from the monotony of standard L-shaped ruins and work on some more narrative games. There were lots of games being played, but I think one of the coolest ones that I saw was this massive western town that was played at a super small scale. And even though I only looked at it very briefly, the game itself really intrigued me. The other table that I was really impressed by was this Bolt Action board. They were playing a narrative mission with, I believe, Russians who were fleeing a city and Germans who were pursuing them, but this ruined table was just super impressive. There was this also massive epic scale mech battle. I thought it was initially Mech Warrior, but it apparently was something else that doesn't play on hexes like Mech Warrior does. And much to my surprise, there were all kinds of things like these Greek or ancient era boat battles. I thought that it would be more modern nautical stuff. Seeing these was really cool as well. It was awesome to see standard games like War Master and crazy games like Mario Kart tabletop mode with a bunch of different race cars. Or this crazy Mad Max Demolition Derby. There were just so many cool things to see, and it was awesome to be a part of it all. There's also this really cool shop that was there. They sold these old school adventure serial style miniatures that I did pick up and will be painting on the channel soon. So for the Turnip 28 games that we were running, we were effectively running drop-in games all weekend. We did not have a set schedule. We just told people, show up and blow up some turnips. And Ryan and I both had a blast teaching people how to play. We had our wacky skew dice. We had all of our turnip minis on display. We got to lead the forces of Von Sklurg and Lady Ileana, sending wave after wave of our own men to die in the muddy trenches of Turnip 28. There was even a couple of people who brought their own Turnip 28 warbands, and Ryan managed to run a demo game with some people who actually had their own Turnip 28 miniatures. So it is nice to see that a small community of Turnip 28 followers is growing in the greater Vancouver area. So there you have it. That was our foray into the world of demo games, teaching the attendees of the Trumpeter Salute Historical Gaming Society how to turnip in the trenches and get muddy with the roots. So thanks for checking out this Turnip 28 Trumpeter Salute 2025 video. Hopefully we will see you again in our next vlog or at an event. Until then, thanks for tuning in to Hammer Pattern. I've been Lane. See you next time.